Yeah, I mean, maybe that's something I could be looking for in somebody, as somebody to colour coordinate me, maybe. But I don't think I leave the house dressed like a clown too often. So.
Hello, and welcome back to Single Sounds, hosted by Katie Mack. The podcast has had a bit of a refresh, but it is still the only podcast that helps you find a date. This week's character is a fun-loving, easygoing person who is looking for those qualities in a date. He loves to laugh and specialises in cooking a roast dinner. If you enjoy the podcast, please remember to follow, rate and review. And if you'd like to date today's guest or be a guest in the future, then definitely write into the Instagram @SingleSounds, and the link is in the show notes. Okay, hi, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, very good to be here. Just for the listeners' sake, we are in a very fancy studio and it's a bit weird.
A very cold studio as well.
Yeah, it's like the Arctic, but...
Glad I wore a thick T-shirt.
Well, to be fair, it's like 25 degrees outside. Didn't really expect it to be a Baltic conditions, but here we are. Let's dive into your profile. Who, what, where. So who are you sexually attracted to?
Women.
Great. And what are you looking for?
Just somebody who, well, I haven't even really thought too hard about that question because I'm very much open to anything, really. I'm not somebody who has any preset wants in somebody. I don't really have like the classic Love Island question, what's your type on paper and things like that. I don't really have a type, to be honest. Yeah, just somebody who I can get along with. Easygoing, fun-loving, somebody who sort of like matches beliefs and things that I do.
No, that sounds good. I think not being too prescriptive is great. How about height, age, anything like that?
No, again, not too fussy at all in terms of hair colour, height.
Fair enough. And how about where?
It would probably be London.
Yeah.
Based in London, or live in London, work in London. So yeah.
Do you have like a radius? Some people like to say like a 45-minute door to door, or like the zones.
Preferably on the northern line. That would be very handy. Yeah, but no, anywhere in sort of the central to zone 5.
Wow, yeah, fair. Wide. Okay, what are your 2 truths and a lie?
Cool. I will start with: I was born in Singapore. I'm colourblind. And I have a girl's middle name.
They're good. I mean, I don't know you at all, so this is going to be really impossible. Singapore, why not? It didn't feel like a lie to me. Colourblind, I feel like if you're colourblind, you can't see my top because it's red. That's interesting.
I guess there's varying degrees of colourblind.
Yeah, I thought it was like red and green, mostly. I think it limits you on certain stuff, doesn't it? Like flying a plane.
Yeah,
if you ever want to do that.
The dreams of being a train driver. Yeah.
They're over. And the final one was a girl's middle name. That's interesting because like there's a lot of names that could be both, like Alex, Sam.
Oh, it's definitely like not so much.
It's like a proper
Yeah.
Okay.
Without giving
too much away. Okay, I'm gonna go colourblind's the lie.
You would be incorrect. It's actually, I wasn't born in Singapore.
Oh, was it somewhere else?
Yeah, well, I was born in England, but as boring as that is, but yeah, actually lived in Singapore for about 5 years when I was younger.
Yeah.
Singapore
Not too far.
has a part in my life.
Go on then, I need to know the middle name.
My middle name is Leslie.
Leslie, yeah, okay, yeah.
So I was named after my godmother. It was actually my the midwife when I was born. So,
oh my goodness! So they were just like, who gets a girl's name? That's
easy decision. They just looked around the room and they were like, Leslie will do.
That's so funny.
But colourblind, that was actually true. Yeah.
So what? Can you not see my top?
It's a weird one. Like it's how you saying. It's not so much like a black and white kind of thing. It's very much confusion of colours. Like I feel like your top is red.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it was like a really, really dark red, I might like confuse it with a brown or green or something like that. Or like the story behind it, the way they caught it was like I was in primary school in an art lesson.
Oh no! Like
and
the primary colours.
Yeah, it was just like happily colouring away like in a river. And the teacher comes over and she's like, "Why are you colouring in the river purple?" I was like, "Oh, nice believe." And she was like, "Next thing I know, I'm in the nurse's office having like one of those like those dots, like the colourblind test."
Yeah, you can see like numbers and shapes and stuff through the dots.
Yeah, and I literally
or you couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything. So they were like, "Yeah."
Oh, I don't think it matters too much though, does it? In like day-to-day life.
No, not to be honest. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's something I could be looking for in somebody, as somebody to colour coordinate me, maybe. But I don't think I leave the house dressed like a clown too often. So
no, you've got like a lovely top on. And look fine.
It's
yeah.
bright green.
No, it's not bright green.
Dark green.
Dark green. Oh, that's funny. Okay, and what are you weirdly attracted to?
Well, the answer I've been thinking of is probably accents.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like accents?
Yeah, I think definitely a girl with an accent is definitely something I'm attracted to. And there's almost like different tiers. I'd say sort of like top tier, God tier is like a Welsh accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Welsh?
So like
Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, Gavin and Stacey. Paige on Love Island this year was top of my list. Yeah, I just love it. Like, it just sounds so like melodic when you're like a Welsh accent. So,
yeah, it is very soothing.
Yeah. Then it's probably like northern accents. But then probably bottom of the list is Scouse. Like,
yeah,
I can't stand a Scouse accent.
I think that's everyone's bottom of the list.
Like, I mean, that's probably one of the only things I'd be fussy about if it was a Scouse guard.
Not sure.
No.
So voice is clearly quite important to you, which is interesting.
Yeah.
We've come to the right place. I love that. What about Irish? I think that's my favourite.
Yeah, Irish is not like anything.
The British Isles.
Yeah, anything outside of the like even international accents like Spanish, Italian, all that. Yeah.
If we're going that far, Australian is definitely my favourite. Actually,
nice.
Like Danny Ricciardo.
Yeah, a nice soft Australian accent is quite nice. Isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think this is very soft. But I just like difference. Like, if it's not like mine, it's attractive, isn't it?
Yeah, I think mine's like, when I listen to this back, I will cringe terribly because my voice is just so bland and boring. But yeah, anything with like a nice accent.
I think you have a nice voice. It's not too squeaky. That's what I look for in a man.
Squeaky voice.
Squeaky. You don't want a squeaky one. Okay, and what is your moan of the moment?
It's definitely the train strikes.
Oh yeah, that's a brilliant moan.
Doing my head in at the moment, like the amount of things that I've had to cancel recently, or either taken ages to get somewhere, is just literally doing my head in. I'm all for strikes and increase in minimum wage, but
they just need to pay them now. I don't know what they're requesting, but just give it to them.
Yeah, but even the fact that it's just the trains, like the train workers as well. I mean, there's far more deserving like professions, like teachers, doctors, and things like that. I mean, I've had so many run-ins with train workers. I'm just literally like, can you please stop?
Yeah.
Like, you're all like 9 out of 10 of you that work on the stations and things like that are horrible people.
You don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it. Like, I'm all for like I say, minimum wage coming up, but yeah, they're all jobs worth, aren't they? So
yeah, I don't really think they get minimum wage though. I think.
Oh really?
Well, I was thinking more of the drivers. I know they get paid really, really well.
Yeah.
So, and I guess they're the ones striking.
I think it's literally
just
all
everyone.
Like everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. The drivers, they're paid like 60 grand to
yeah,
drive,
60K,
like push a lever like back and forward. It's like
it's all come out now.
Train. Yeah, like come on.
Come on, not that bad. Okay, and leave me a one-word review of yourself.
I think I mentioned at the start in terms of like what I was looking for, and I think if we can say unloving, if it's got a hyphen in between,
whatever. Accept it.
Because not to say that I wasn't before, but sort of like last year, not to bring the tone down or anything, but like or the mood down. A couple of my grandparents passed away, and it was very much a case of just like not that it was a wake up call, but it was just like a sort of like seize the day sort of thing. Like life's only so long, and just doing things that make me happy. I made a like New Year's resolution that would just do more fun stuff during the year. Like, so
just say yes.
Yeah, literally to anything and everything.
Like this.
Yeah, literally.
Glad I could fulfill your New Year's resolution.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, it was just grabbing life by the scruff of the neck. Yeah, just doing more stuff that puts me outside my comfort zone, and ultimately doing stuff that I know my grandparents would be proud of. So but I've definitely done stuff this year. Went to my this is almost like pathetic to admit, but went to like one of my first ever gigs like this year.
This is so interesting. I've heard 2 other people that have told me that they've never been to a concert before until this year. Yeah. Because now there's like tons. I think everyone's just like, I don't know why I've never done to this. It's so weird. Yeah,
it's something I've never. I'm not like festivals. I've never looked at a festival and gone like, oh my god, I'd love to go and like camp in my own like filth for like 4 days. But I don't know. This year, like I say, started the new year and was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go
do stuff.
Concerts, nights out, all this sort of stuff, on holidays, solo trips and things like that. So
yeah, it was actually 2 guys that told me as well that they'd never been to one. And they were like, oh, what have you been to? And I was like, actually, now I'm thinking about it, they're really embarrassing concerts. Like when I was younger, it was obviously like One Direction, Ollie Murs.
What were theirs? Because I guarantee it won't be as embarrassing as one of the 2 that I went to. Yeah.
What, this year? Yeah. I can guess. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Harry Styles?
No.
Damn it.
A good guess. I would actually go to his concert. He's
I was gutted. I missed out on that. Who else?
He's very popular with middle-aged women.
Gary Barlow.
Close. Had a big hit, or his biggest hit was probably his breakout song, probably about 15 years ago now.
Gareth Gates?
Not quite.
Along that line?
Initials JB, but not the
Justin Bieber. Really struggling. I feel like everyone else probably knows, so obvious.
First name James.
James Blunt. Oh, my mum's favourite.
And mine.
No, he's decent. I always think, like, someone told me this and it was really good. Everyone has a music taste, and it shouldn't be that, like, one's bad and one's good. Like, if that's your taste, then that's still a good music taste. It's just your taste. But yeah, what was the other one?
And the other one was The Killers.
Oh, okay, that's not embarrassing.
Which was actually amazing. Like, they don't even write songs that make you cry, but I was literally just there with a mate and I was just like crying. It's like this is an upbeat song, what are you doing? I was just like, oh mate.
Just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They are quite overwhelming though.
No, it was a really good concert.
Yeah, love that. No, it's great. So we want to find someone that's up for just doing shit.
Yeah, literally.
Sounds good. And what are your non-negotiables? This is interesting because you've not been very picky.
Yeah, and I was going to, like, the thing that I wrote down, I was actually going to flip this the other way in terms of, like, non-negotiables that somebody should expect of me, rather than, because I'm not a picky person, I don't demand things of anybody. So I would definitely go with, like, what somebody should expect from me is being attentive, affectionate, and loyal. Probably the 3 main things that someone can expect of me.
I get you. You want to pride yourself on those, in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, they sound like great qualities. And final question, what is your meal of choice?
Definitely a roast. I feel like I'm a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to roast dinners.
Okay. Is that around London or just like in life, or you making them?
Me making them myself, actually.
Oh, wow.
I haven't really sampled too many in London because I'm more stick to a little bit of the routine on a Sunday. I sort of dabble in roasts myself.
I think you have to go through like what you have on your roast. Like, what's your dream?
Probably, if I sort of go to like one of like the peak moments in my life was actually through when it was that Christmas that was affected by the pandemic and COVID and everything. With myself and my brother, we got locked down in London. We just missed that sort of like, when it was like a scramble to get out of London.
Yeah, I did. I fled.
Luckily got out.
Yeah, I literally like ran for a train. It was so stressful. I was in Richmond Park looking at the deer, and then he announced it, and I was like, I've just got to go home.
Just got to go.
Yeah, just
run, leave everything behind, just yourself.
Literally. Packed like one bag. I had no clothes.
That was, me and my brother were just watching the announcement, and I think it wasn't quite Christmas Eve, was it? It was maybe
it was like
before,
19th or 20th, something like that.
But I think we had work commitments or something on those, but basically we couldn't get home.
Yeah.
So I had to spend Christmas down in London, which we'd never done before, like just us. Like, I live with my brother, for context. That was our bubble for quite a long time. So yeah, I had a stab at doing a full Christmas dinner that I'd never done that before. Obviously, it's usually like your mum will do it when you're back at home and you're just sat there drinking. But no, I actually had to put all the legwork in. Annoyingly, well, the only downside was because it was left so late, like the decision like not to go or not being able to go back to the family home. I went to Sainsbury's on Christmas Eve, and they'd like run out of turkeys. I was like, oh no! But like literally, it was almost like Christmas miracle. Like the light beaming down onto like the meat section, and there was like this nice lamb, sort of like shank or lamb joint. So I had lamb as the meat.
That's a good substitute.
But
I'd say it's arguably much nicer.
Yeah, I mean, if you gave me the choice on a standard Sunday, I'd probably go that as my favourite meat. But obviously, you want turkey for dinner. But I mean, needs must sort of thing. But then, it was all the trimmings like cabbage cooked in cider, like Brussels sprouts with cashews, honey glazed carrots, like all of this stuff, Yorkshire puddings, literally all the trimmings. And myself and my friends from home, we've got like a WhatsApp of about 16, 17 lads in. And every Christmas we do a competition where it's basically rate my plate. So everybody sends in an anonymous picture, or somebody's like the adjudicator, and it all gets sent to them, and you basically have to rate everybody's dishes. So it's essentially rating everybody's mum's like ability to cook. That's what it basically turns into. Yeah. But obviously, because it was me this year, I had to submit my entry. And I actually ended up winning. So all these mums that have got like 40, 50 years of experience, I'm just like first stab at it, and smashed it. I say so myself, delicious. Yeah,
well, you won, so I feel like not too braggy. No, I would never win a cooking competition, so I'm impressed. Okay, so going to move on to your bestie Rex. So I've reached out to one of your friends. Mm-hmm. They've sent in a little voice note.
You left it late, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a little bit, but it's fine. Everyone does.
He was racking his brains. It was that much of a difficult test.
He starts it quite funny, actually. He's like, this is so weird.
Okay, I'll give this my best shot. This is so weird. So my friend is the guy who is just good at everything, still is very good at everything, and he's very natural with things, picks them up really quickly. But I'll probably say that the best thing about all of that is that he doesn't see it in that way. So he's very almost quite humble with it. So even when people like say that sort of thing to him, he doesn't quite see it like that. I think that makes him really approachable, very friendly, very likable, and just, I don't know, you just kind of know that he holds good values if he doesn't sort of get carried away with that sort of thing, as that's the way he chooses to hold himself. He's a guy who loves to laugh, which is different from loves a laugh. Not that he doesn't like that too, but he literally laughs all the time when he's with people, which I think on a date is a really good like settler of any nerves or any awkwardness, purely just because of that. I mean, he's the nicest guy in the world, and I don't think I've met anyone that has a bad word to say about him. He's easygoing, he's outgoing, however, probably always keeps a level of self-drive, like keeps himself in shape, career headed in the right direction, but all the while still having a good time. So it keeps like a really good balance between that. He'd be a great date for anyone that's looking for a fun time, feel instantly comfortable, not awkward. He's just a great guy, nice, polite, good morals, and just an all-rounder, I would say.
I don't know whether it's the aircon in here or it's sort of tearing me up.
That's a bit emotional. I love it. He said it so many times. He's like, he's just a good guy. Like, I think that was the summary, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought he was joking with me that he was going to struggle to fit it into, You didn't know whether he'd have a minute's worth of content.
Yeah.
And he was like...
No, he's done a minute and a half.
Yeah, wow. No, I love that. Yeah, he's one of my best mates from home. So I've known him like years and years. So he's a great guy as well.
It's nice, those home friends, they can kind of like see your transition, I think. Like you said recently, you've like, tried to do more stuff. I always think they have a really good like overall view of like what you are like, because they see so many different like forms of you. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, and like I was saying, his mum was one of the mums that I actually beat in the like she was the one to beat in the roast dinner challenge. But it's really nice to hear from him. Yeah, I know, like nice. you never really like have like, well, as lads and blokes anyway, you never really have like feedback like your mates do from like for a minute and a half worth of feedback from your mates. So yeah, it was nice to hear.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. You can listen back to it whenever. But yeah, I also really liked how you said you laugh a lot. I think that's a good quality. Like the amount of people I have on this podcast that we get to the end and they're like, oh, I kind of forgot to laugh. Why did you do that?
I'm kind of like worried to laugh whether it's like cutting in over your like when you're speaking. So it's like
maybe people hold back a bit.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because it's on 2 tracks, so it doesn't matter. You can just like when you edit it, you can just turn it down. Exactly.
I see. Okay. I'll laugh away then.
No, yeah, exactly. Just keep going.
Keep holding back till now.
No, just laugh as much as you want. We'll just cut it all out. Okay, final section, this or that. How are you at being decisive?
Actually, that's probably one of my worst traits. I'm not a very decisive person.
Oh, this would be good then. Would you rather go backstage with your favourite band or be an extra on your favourite TV show?
I'd probably go extra on my favourite TV show. Although I don't really have like a favourite TV show.
Does it change with what you're watching?
Yeah, exactly. But I think it would be quite cool to... Like if you were watching Netflix and you'd be like, that's me.
Yeah,
in the background. But,
mine would definitely be Office. The US Office.
Yeah. I've actually been watching that recently. Yeah, me and my brother have been smashing through those again.
Yeah, I've watched it loads.
Yeah. Just being
or like Friends, probably. I think I'd pick like a proper classic. I do like a lot of TV, but I think I'd pick like a really OG one. So, and I feel good. So then when you watched it back, it was like fun to see yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I didn't think you'd go for band because, we've already had the gig conversation.
Only been to 2. I don't know what I'd chat to James Blunt about. So.
I've got no idea. Okay. Would you rather be able to erase your own memories or be able to erase someone else's memories?
Oh, that's quite a tricky one. It's harsh on somebody else if you do it, isn't it? Probably my own and just like almost like start again and make new memories.
Make new ones, yeah.
Whether it's because you have no idea how much somebody else cherishes theirs. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's a nice way of thinking of it. I was thinking it more selfishly. And I was thinking like if I did something stupid, I could just erase everyone else's. Like just that bit, not wipe their whole memory.
Right. So
just like that 5 seconds. Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay. I thought you meant like just wipe the slate completely clean.
No, yeah. It's kind of up to interpretation, to be fair. It doesn't say like wipe the slate clean. That would be pretty savage.
Yeah, that would be very savage if you to do
that.
But
a few seconds, I reckon other people won't miss those.
Yeah, not that I don't cherish my memories at all, but I mean, I'd be like, I'd be able to live myself. I did that to somebody else. So
it would be.
Yeah, I mean, if you can wipe just like a few seconds, those like moments you're just lying in bed and you remember that really embarrassing moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd probably still wipe my own, but I mean, if somebody has that for themselves, it'll be like,
well, that's the other thing. You actually, I guess, then if you don't remember it, you've forgotten that it was embarrassing, and then like no one's probably going to bring it up ever again. So that's also a way to deal with it. Just get out your head. Okay. Would you rather be so afraid of heights that you can't go to the 2nd floor of a building, or be so afraid of the sun that you can only leave the house on rainy days?
I'd rather be afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't not be in the sun. Like, that's like, I feel like I'm a summer baby.
Yeah. Like, I'm the same.
Yeah, I can't go without warm holidays, sunny weather. Life.
Yeah,
grim.
It'd be horrible. Yeah, no, I definitely pick the same. I also think like we've just had like 3 weeks of like no rain. You would have been inside the whole time. Like it'd be rubbish.
Yeah.
Are you someone then that can go like on a warm holiday and just sunbathe?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, and like what do you do? Do you read a book?
Bit of everything really, yeah. Like either just sunbathe and sleep, read a book, listen to music, go swimming. I'm kind of a little bit more like active kind of person when it comes to a sunny holiday. Like I'll go out and like explore and things.
Yeah, fine.
Like earlier this year, like I was saying, almost one of the YOLO things of this year was going on a solo trip to Brazil.
Oh, nice.
So I did like loads of like the classic like sightseeing stuff, but obviously like beaches thrown in there like Copacabana and stuff like that. But yeah, if I wasn't able to do that and not be in the sunshine, I'd be able to live life.
Miserable.
Yeah,
it's a good choice. I agree. Would you rather find £100 floating in a public toilet or a £20 note in your own pocket?
Probably a £20 note in my own pocket. I'm not going fishing around across the toilet.
It's an interesting one because I think it would so depend on my state of mind. Actually,
how badly do you need it?
I think I'm lying to myself. I'd 100% fish it out. I was thinking if I was drunk in a nightclub.
What would you say if it was literally like on the bottom of the bowl and the bowl was like full of stains and everything?
The thing that goes through my mind is like, now all the notes are waterproof. So like I could just disinfect it. Like it'd be grim for like 2 seconds.
But then it's like what's on your hands and things.
Yeah, I can disinfect those. I'm not really germ freaky, so I feel like because I'm thinking like it's gonna probably happen when I'm in some grim club, and then I wouldn't care because I'd just be like, everyone gets free drinks.
Yeah, that's a good point. Although, what would you do if it was like one of those festival toilets?
Yeah.
In a hole, you'd still go for it.
No. Because you'd probably like either like fall in. That's where I'd draw the line. I was just thinking like a normal water-based toilet.
Okay. I don't know. Have you seen many lads' toilets in clubs and pubs?
Can't say I have.
Well, I might change your mind.
That's true. Maybe I'm just thinking of the nice female toilets. Yeah. We had unisex ones at uni, like in our like student union, and they were like slightly more on the grim side, I must admit. But they weren't that bad. I still would go for the £100. Oh, dear. Yeah, and it is still an amazing feeling when you find like that much and you're just in your own pocket, and then you don't have the guilt of taking it. Like you're pretty sure it's yours.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the £100, that's kind of stealing, I guess. Would you rather get drunk off one sip of alcohol or never get drunk no matter how much you drink?
One sip.
100%.
Yeah. I do like a boozy night out, so if it only takes one drink.
Yeah.
My mate who sent the voice note in, he like said, I like a laugh, but not like, I don't remember what his exact words were.
Oh, it's not that he likes a laugh, he just laughs a lot.
Yeah. So it's not like, I'm not like a booze ham or anything like that, but... Yeah, a good night out is obviously a good night out. So
yeah.
I don't think...
it'd be so convenient just to be like, right, I'm ready.
Yeah. If you couldn't ever get drunk, like, I mean, the best nights out are when you're not smashed, but as in like...
A little bit steaming, yeah. No, that's super. Would you rather show up to a job interview with stained trousers or food on your face?
What's the stain?
I don't know, it's up to your imagination. Maybe just like a wet patch.
A wet patch. No, I'd probably go food on my face because they could probably say like, "Oh, you've got something on your face." Like, it's like
it's a normal thing to say,
you can
isn't it?
Wipe it off. Whereas they probably not going to make a comment if you've got a dubious stain on your trousers. Like,
that's so true, actually, because people don't tend to have an issue with the like, "Oh, you've got something on here," and they point, but no one's pointing out like, "Oh, what's that stain on your crotch?"
Unless you've literally got food like smothered all over your face, then
that would still be a bit weird. Yeah, I guess also everyone's like, it's happened to everyone, like the food on the face, where it's like the stain, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, that concludes the podcast.
Awesome. Yeah, I've had a great time. Like,
I'm glad.
It's something I've never done before. So, another one to tick off the list.
A very new idea. Do you have any final words?
Other than thank you, this has been really enjoyable. Like, it's bizarre, isn't it? Like, for context, for people listening, how we met was like the most like surreal thing, and then So we were in, where was it? TCR bar.
TCR bar.
And
on a Thursday.
Yeah, and we just like bumped into each other. And I can't even remember how we got onto the topic of it, to be honest.
I know, because I'm a nightmare. On nights out, I just go around and ask people if they want to come on. I was buzzed you said yeah.
And it was one of those conversations. I was pretty drunk, and I won't lie, I completely forgot about the conversation until you messaged me, however many weeks later, and you were like, "Hi, it's Katie. You might remember me from TCR." But I was like, "Actually, yeah, I do remember that." Actually,
yeah. I'm a menace on those little nights out. I have to get to like a certain level of drunk, and then I just go up to people and ask.
I'm glad you did. Yeah, it's been great. Yeah. I enjoyed like prepping the questions, the answers, and things. So
awesome.
And obviously nice to hear my friends' feedback. So.
Yeah, little ego boost. Love it. Awesome. Thank you. So, if you are a fun-loving, easygoing person who's also up for saying yes, contact the podcast if you'd like to date today's guest or be a character in the future. Remember to follow, rate and review, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks for listening.